The hardest thing about being blind slash visually impaired is that most people who are not blind visually impaired don't understand there's a spectrum of vision. So like some person, like I have a guy who's named Trent. He's visually impaired and he works at the Mall of America. He's my ex coworker now, and I still talk to him. He can only see, like, his vision's so bad that he can only see an inch in front of his face. But the inch that he can see in front of his face is very clear. So when he's at the cash register, his face has to be like an inch away from the screen while he's touching the screen, but he can still see the screen. And then there's some blind and visually impaired people that I've met on the internet that they can't see anything. The only thing they can see is the sunlight hitting their eyes. So they can tell when it's daylight because when they wake up, they can see just yellow. They can just see yellow because the only thing their eyes can process is the yellow from the sun. And then at night they just see dark. Um, Nothing, just black, because the light going into their eye at night is just black. So they don't like see like nothing. They just see the color black in their vision. And then there's some people who can, like me, when I'm at the mall, the further away you go, the harder it is there for me to see. So if you're right in my face, I can see you pretty good. But the further away you go, the less reliable my vision becomes. So for me, if like when I was at the mall at the East Desk, I can look across the hall and I can like see the glass. I could see the glass counter. I could see the pizza slices to me. I couldn't see the details of the pizza. I could just see the triangle shapes, but I couldn't see what was on the pizza. But I could tell there's that pizza's there, but I can't tell what kind of pizza's there because I can't see the details of that's on top of the pizza. Um, so to me, I can like the further, but if that pizza was like closer to my desk, I could see more closer that pizza got to my desk, the more clearer the pizza would become. Like like when I was looking across the hall at the when I was working at the DSS, I'm like, okay, the bigger guy's here today, and his name is Frank. Oh, okay, the skinny person's over there. Her name is Cindy. And you mean I could tell? I can't see the details of Frank's face, but based on how wide the person is, or how skinny the person is, or how slender the person is, without even knowing the details of their shirt or of their face, I can kind of guess who is who. And then when I get closer, their face can get more clear, more clear, more clear, more clear, more clear. And then there's also some blind and visually impaired people who can't see nothing at all. They can't even see the color of the sun or the darkness of the night in their eyelids, like thing. They can't even see that. And then there's some blind and visually impaired people who can see in front of them, but they can't. But they have no side vision, so they can only see what's directly in front of their face, and they can't see what's on the side. And then there's some blind and visually people who can't see directly in front of them, but they can only see on the sides because that's an eye disease where the middle of your eye dies first and then it slowly spreads. And then there's some eye diseases that eat away that you're born with. It's DNA disease, so you can't cure it. That kill the side of your vision first and then goes in. I don't have an eye disease. My low vision is just my eyes did not fully develop. My optic nerve in my between my eyeball and my brain did not develop. Most people they go blind and visually impaired because of genetic diseases. Like I'm gonna say 95% of the blind and visually impaired community, they go blind because of genetic diseases. So those vision impairment people, if we can find cures for their genetic diseases, we could end their blindness. But someone like me, who was born with a defect, like my vision impairment is not due to DNA or disease. My vision impairment is my optic nerve in my mom's wound did not form right. So unless they cut out my optic nerve and they give me a brand new optic nerve, like a brand new one grown in a lab, that's the only way they can fix my vision. So if they make cures for eye diseases that spread through genetics, they could they could cure 95% of blind people. And the only blind people the world will be stuck with, or visually impaired people that the world will be stuck with, is people like me who were formed in the womb that way. And so if we actually made treatment for these eye diseases, 95% of all blind people or visually impaired people could be cured. But because I was developed, my body did not develop right, and my optic nerve is faulty. A cure won't work unless I die, or unless they rip an optic nerve from a dead person and able to sew it onto my brain without my brain rejecting the optic nerve and killing it. So it makes me angry because other people with other eyes conditions, they can list a lot of them now, and like definitely in Europe, can be cured. Well, here mine can never be cured unless I'm dead. So it kind of makes me a little bit angry, but I never let that anger kind of like get to me. Um, so yeah, so there's like different levels of eye disease and vision loss. So it's not like you can see or completely out. There's like a there's like a gray zone in the middle that a lot of sighted people don't know about or don't um, realize. And it gets frustrating because most people are like black, white, black, white, black, white. They don't get that there's a gray in the middle. And a lot of things in my life are the is the gray in the middle.